Good Friday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Ian Beck here. I kind of want to give you a weather update, what we kind of expect going through some of these Friday night football forecasts, and what to expect heading into this weekend with our potential of severe weather. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Looking out right now from our southern air camera out there in Pineville. Nice blue skies. Really no cloud coverage at the moment at all for most of central Louisiana. And that will be the case going through the rest of this afternoon. Temperatures as of 3:24 p.m. We're in the upper 80s, low 90s, 93 out there in Leesville, 89 in Alexandria, 88 out in Marksville, and a bit warmer up in Oakdale or down in Oakdale and up in Winfield, both at 90 degrees. But all of us will be in the low 90s for the next few hours here across the region. On our surface map, we got some rain off in Texas, and in big picture, got our cold front that will be slowly working its way towards Louisiana, heading into Saturday evening and overnight into Sunday. That's what's going to be bringing our potential of severe weather across the board. So this is what our severe weather outlook looks like heading into Saturday. This is mainly for the evening and overnight hours. Got that slight risk of severe weather for most of our northern parishes. So that includes all of Natchitoches, all of Wynn Parish, and portions most of Sabine and Grant Parish, and portions of LaSalle and Catahoula Parish. For us, Central Louisiana, though, in that darker shade of green indicates a marginal risk of severe weather in level 1 out of 5. That's going to be mainly for some gusty winds, and maybe an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. So how's this going to look going into the future? So on Futurecast, will be relatively clear region for the rest of our Friday. It'll be very sunny out there and very warm out there as well. Heading into Saturday, we'll see the winds shift a little bit more out of the south, and will be a little bit gusty at times as well. Definitely a little bit higher wind speeds throughout the day on Saturday. Could see a spotty shower or two throughout the afternoon. By 3 p.m., most of the rain is still off in Texas and moving into Louisiana. And by the time we get towards 6 p.m., that starts to work its way into areas like Natchitoches and Wynn Parish and in portions of Sabine and Vernon Parish. We'll have a bit of a break around that 8 p.m. time frame for those parishes as that initial line moves through areas like Alexandria and through areas of our northeastern parishes, and then a secondary line will kind of reform throughout the southern parishes throughout the rest of the evening hours. And that line will continue into early Sunday morning and then off into Mississippi and Louisiana. Along with that, we can pick up a good amount of rain as well over the next really 48 hours. A bulk of this will be arriving tomorrow evening and into Sunday morning. We'll be seeing up to 2 inches of rain is a possibility in areas like Natchitoches, up in Sabine Parish as well. And then some isolated amounts up to 4 inches is also a possibility. So much needed rain. We do need the rain here in Central Louisiana. So our severe weather will bring the rain. It's unfortunately some severe weather is possible with it as well. Over the next 7 days, our rain chances outside of this weekend will stay on the low side for the most part, 20% for your Tuesday. We kind of stay around that 20% range for Tuesday and into Thursday as well. Right now we have burn bans in effect for Catahoula Parish, Natchitoches, Sabine, Vernon, Rapides, and then all of our southern parishes there in that red shading you see. That's an active burn ban for the time being until we get enough rain to kind of remove the burn bans across those parishes. Hour by hour though, heading into tonight, we'll be back into the low 60s by the time we get towards 6 a.m. along with cloudy conditions to start your day on Friday. Mid 60s expected, about 10 degrees above our average, which is now down at 55 degrees, so we are still pretty warm for this time of year. And we're going to stay on the warmer side heading through the next couple nights here. As we get towards Monday morning, though, it'll be nice cool out there in the low 50s. Even some upper 40s can't be ruled out. And we're back into the upper 50s as a secondary cold front will likely work its way through. Along with that, though, we'll be dealing with those thunderstorms in the afternoon hours. They do pick up around the 7 p.m. time frame and will continue throughout the overnight hours there. And temperatures will be pretty warm ahead of that rain up into the upper 80s and low 90s once again. 89 in Alexandria, 91 down in Oakdale, 90 in Natchitoches. Overall, still about 10 degrees above our average for this time of year. Going into the tropics, we got 2 areas actually we're watching. One heading into the Caribbean and one way up in the North Atlantic. Right now, the one in the Caribbean, like I guess, the better shot at developing. Next name storm that it does develop will take the name of Melissa, and then Nestor is the next name after that. Caribbean won't be something to watch for some of the Caribbean islands. We're not really expecting much for us in Louisiana. It's very rare for us to get hit in October, especially this late in October. So I don't think we'll see much from that. But something for South Florida to watch, and definitely the Caribbean islands to watch if that area does try to form. Going into the next couple of days here on our weather setup, we got the nice low pressure work its way through. Then you got the high pressure try and build back in. But overall, though, we won't see a whole lot in terms of high pressure for the time being. But next weekend, we'll have another weather setup with a possibility of rain by next Saturday. There's a possibility there, and then another trough likely moving its way through. So over the next 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, above average temperatures are still expected. Our average time of year is down to 80 degrees, so anything above 80 is above average. We'll likely see in the low 80s for most of next week, and then going to the next 8 to 10 days, pretty much the exact same forecast. The low 80s we do expect to continue through October. So over the next 7 days, 40% chance of rain for Saturday, up to 70% chance overnight into Sunday. And then Sunday itself, in the morning, 20% in the afternoon will be very sunny. And then sunny for your Monday and then your Wednesday. You can even see some upper 70s as high temperatures work their way in, heading into Wednesday, and the low 80s for the rest of the week. Overnight lows stay pretty consistent in the 50s after this weekend. So overall, it's a nice cooler weather is on the way. You just got to get through the severe weather. And we'll talk a little bit more about the severe weather here coming up at our 4 o'clock show and really the rest of our evening shows as well. So we'll have details on that and details on what to expect for the rest of your weekend. Overall, though, that's all I got for you for your Friday weather update. Make sure you stay weather aware for Saturday evening, and I hope you enjoy the nice football weather we have for today.